It has its foundings in carnivals, actually. They would have 3 to 4 men in a troupe, and as a sideshow, they would have these men engage in traditional Greco-Roman style wrestling. And from there, it evolved into its own separate entities in privately owned promotions where men and later on, eventually women, would come in and a promoter would put on a show locally within their area. They would host these matches in whatever building that they could find in, and they would sell tickets, and it took its themes from the traditions that were held up by the carnival scene. And then from there, when various promoters saw that this would eventually make some big money, people like Vincent Kennedy McMahon Sr. and Ted Turner, they started buying off local wrestling groups, and they would start forming them into local conglomerates. The fan base is very much its own subculture. They have a very limited outlet to express themselves with a televised event that is always changing. It becomes a bit more difficult to engage in this particular brand of entertainment because of stereotypes towards wrestling. It's very close-knit, and it feels much more like just a family type setting. The outcomes of each match are predetermined. So in that aspect, it is fake. However, everything that you see in the ring is made up on the spot by the two wrestlers that are engaging in the match. The best way to think about it is to think of it as staged combat. The entire show hinges on the audience's ability to suspend disbelief. Because of its unique nature, it can't be constituted as a sport because the outcomes are fixed, but it can also be, it's often very hard to sell as entertainment, so they've had to really branch out into their own means of advertisement, and they've had to come up with means of advertisement in order to promote themselves. Wrestlers wrestle 180 days out of the entire year. They're always traveling and performing every single night. And the other thing is that they don't have health insurance. There isn't a health insurance plan currently in the WWE, so they have to go through outside providers. The person that's done the most for wrestling would definitely have to be Hulk Hogan. He was a hero to a lot of kids. He did a lot in terms of just shaping what wrestling looks like today.